morning.
Hello.
I've missed seeing everybody.
I know. It's only been a couple weeks.
Crazy. How's everybody doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. Shelly is not able to log in. She has Mikey home sick, and she has to go run him somewhere. So I don't think she's going to be on. Let me see. I think I heard back from everybody else. Everybody else is going to be on. So we're missing Heather, Jill, and Ann at this point. Rhonda, have you heard? Is Ann logging on?
I think it may be on there. I saw it come up on my screen anyway.
Let me change my screens. Am I not seeing everybody? Oh, you are there. Helps if I change my screens. Okay. So, first of all, welcome back. I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in so long, and it's only been 2 weeks. I'm so excited to see everybody again. So we have a newbie to our group, and I want to introduce Harper. So I have known Harper since, I'll call it 5th, 6th grade. We actually walked to school every day together for like 3, 4, 5 years. And so this is so fun because I'm going to share a little bit quickly about Harper. She we've been friends on Facebook for years. I've always hoping she would bite on one of our posts. Never knew she was watching all these times. And she has MS and she has a pacemaker. And I knew at one point she was vegan. So I always, knew she was kind of in tune with nutrition, and she just started 2 weeks ago and is so excited and wants to run with this and build it as a business. So everybody help me welcome Harper to our team that she's just starting literally in week 2. So how fun to have some newbies on board. I'll let you guys briefly introduce yourself because then we're going to continue on because I know some of you guys are on lunch break. Rhonda, you want to go first?
Sure. My name is Rhonda. I'm from West Virginia, and I've been on the program about 3.5 years now. So.
Yep. She's one of my Tastefully Simple buddies. She's one of the best roommates ever. And she's driving out 11 hours for the Super Saturday, so you guys are going to get to see her next month. Yay! Okay, Sheila.
My name is Sheila, and I'm from West Virginia also. I started the program in August of last year under Rhonda.
Awesome. And are you jumping in their car to road trip with them yet?
Maybe the 29th I'm going, but not to come visit you guys in Chicago.
Oh, okay. Kathy.
Kathy Blackmore. I'm in Lincoln the Hills, Illinois, just down the road from Jody. And I've been on the program about just over a year and 4 months or 5 months.
Awesome. Yay. Ann. Oh, wait, you're muted. Hold on. Let me unmute you. Unmute. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Hello, I'm Ann from West Virginia. I'm under Rhonda. I've been doing Isogenics since January the 1st. My whole family is also on it.
Yay! Love it. Jill.
Hello, I'm Jill. I'm in Crystal Lake. Harper, we chatted on Facebook, so nice to meet you. I've been 6 months. Just had my 6-month anniversary.
Yay! Awesome. Okay, so what I want to hear, I'll let in Harper, I'm going to skip out on you on this time since this is a first time call for you, but briefly what I want to hear is now that we've had like a 2-week break from when we did our last group of coaching calls, I'd like to hear either one epiphany or something you really grasp from our first set of coaching calls. So I'll go back in the same order. Rhonda?
Yeah, okay. From the last coaching calls, you talked about trying us to do more transformation posts. And so I stepped out of my comfort zone and I posted one. It was last Thursday. The story was about a girl named Annie, and for some reason, I had a lot on that transformation. So I've had some people private message me, I put one girl or a couple girls into the HHP, and so I have a phone conference with one of them tomorrow night and a meeting with another one. And so just maybe in another thing, not just transformations, but how to use HHP properly. And so I had put a girl into that group, and she contacted me Saturday out of the blue and hooked up. I enrolled her on Pace Sitters.
Awesome. So you're kind of coming in and out with reception, but I was able to gather it. So we talked about the consistency, and that consistency of posting a minimum of 2 transformations a week, because that is what draws people in those transformations. And then you're obviously creating some fresh energy and some new people reaching out through those transformations, right? Is that the gist of what you're saying? Okay. Sheila, something that struck you from the first group of coaching calls. Wait, you're muted again. Hold on. Unmute. Okay.
For me, it was more on the lines of trying to get out of my comfort zone more so I can start posting more and using the Facebook and social media to get out there. Plus, the biggest thing for me was, since I've jumped into this for the business side, is to try to learn as much as I can and organize myself. I have a difficult time, it seems, to organize my day to get out of the comfort zone and reach out to more people. And I feel like that I'm getting better at that since our last coaching calls and working on that.
So is that something you'd be interested in seeing on a Zoom call, is organizing throughout the day or organizing systems?
Yes.
Okay.
The couple times that we've talked about, our board, our daily planners, that's really helped me some. So
okay. I'll put that up for a future call. Okay. Kathy.
I guess for me, being more consistent and putting some inspirational posts out. I haven't done the transformation ones so much, but for me, just being more on Facebook, and then just having meeting with people, getting that confidence and just hearing the support has helped me, I believe, so much.
Yay. Anne.
The business side of it, you share, they share, repeat. Clear on the pricing and how the BVs work, and just much clearer on when I present something to a prospect, I need to make sure that what I say is I'm going to be able to back it up.
Okay. So did that last call where we pulled Randy in and went through the comp plan, did that help you guys?
Yes.
Okay, good. And then I also had pulled over those videos that Tiffany Keller did, explaining the importance of the 100 BV and the comp, like residual income versus traditional business. So hopefully those helped as well too.
Yes.
Okay, Jill.
One of my biggest takeaways was when we talked about events and getting people to events, and I'm really excited because I have some people coming to our Super Saturday. So
it's going to be another Kerwin reunion, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll be awesome. So,
did your brother say yes that you're kidnapping him?
Yes.
Awesome. Yay. So we have a skeptic coming who will be a believer by the end of the day. Okay, so well done, everyone. What I want to talk about are a couple of things. So I have to kind of apologize that we are behind the 8 ball, Randy and I as leaders, with this whole customer first thing that's unrolling. So hopefully you've seen some emails coming through from corporate, but basically what's happening is, and I think we all know this from people who are on our team, that when you enroll somebody, 80 to 85% of the people who come on board are just going to be product users. And I don't want to say just product users, because product users are part of our business and they're important, but meaning they really don't have any inspiration to get onto the business side, or maybe they don't see the vision yet. And I think all of us here who are on the call entered because we personally wanted a transformation within our own bodies. So I think it's really important to remember that when we're talking to people. So what corporate is doing is they're unrolling out this new initiative next Monday called Customer First. And what it's going to do is everybody is going to come in as a customer. Okay, so before we came in as associates, where we gave our birth date and we gave our social security number. So starting Monday, everybody's going to come in as a customer. Now, there's 3 ways to come in, and your homework, I will tell you for this week right now, is write down the website, Customer First, is it Isagenix? IsagenixCustomerFirst.com. IsagenixCustomerFirst.com. So on that site is everything we're going to need to know. There's 4 or 5 videos. I think the longest is 30 minutes with Jim Coover talking. The rest of them are about 5 to 10 minutes. There's a PDF doc that looks like it's probably 15, 20 pages to print off. It's going to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly of everything that's going on. On the mastermind calls with the other executives, we've been talking about some of the things we've learned from it. And just because of the craziness in our house, we've had flus and sicknesses going in and out of this house for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. We're trying to get caught up here in the house. So we have an idea about the program, but my homework is the same as your home this week, that I really got to dive deep into it so that we're ready for it next week. But what I have learned is that everybody's going to come in as a customer. Now, when they come in, they're going to have 3 ways to come in as a customer. They can come in, and I don't have the correct verbiage in front of me, but where they just want to they don't want to sign up for membership to get wholesale prices. They don't want to sign up for auto ship. They just want to be able to, it's if you were going online and ordering anything online, like if you're going to Amazon. That customer is going to get 10% off. There's no enrollment fee, there's no auto ship, but they only get 10% off. And there's a name for what it's called, but I can't remember what it's, I think it's actually called just customer. Then there's the preferred customer without auto ship. Now, again, that's not the optimal one. And I love it. There's a graph, and I'm going to screenshot it when I go back and watch it again, that says good, better, best. So customer is good. The preferred customer without auto ship, it's $39, just like it is now. And I never give the without auto ship option. I kind of assume and talk about this being a life system and the synergy of the system, so I usually don't even offer that option. But with that one, you still pay the $39 to enroll, but they are getting the wholesale price of 25% off. But there's no minimum BV, no auto ship. So that's the better. The best is similar to what we would have now with enrolling an associate, but you don't have to give your birth date, your social security, is that they get the $29 membership, just like it's always been. They get the 25% discount wholesale pricing. They do get to receive the options for the 3 months of free shipping with the 3 for free. But there's no minimum BV. Now, I say that there's no minimum BV, but if you want to get the 3 for free shipping, you have to have 125 BV. And if you're in the ISA body, you have to have 125 BV. The difference with this, and I think every single person on this call, maybe with the exception of Jill and Harper, like when I got into this, I just wanted the products. I didn't want the business, especially because of my Tastefully Simple business that was going on. So I missed that whole Crystal period. And Crystal, Harper, just means fast track. And we'll go through that on a call separately. That Crystal means you want to rank to executive by 6 months. So the cool thing with this new program is that everybody's come in as a customer or preferred customer. So they get to come in, have that experience with the products. Say 2-3 weeks later, they're like, oh my gosh, I get it, I love it, I want to share this with my friends. At that point, they go into their back office themselves and flip themselves to associate. So at that point, that's when they give their birth date and their social security number. So what it does is it takes the pressure off of the people who are saying, I don't want it as a business. Great, we have these 3 options. But the other thing it does is it sets them up better for the Crystal program, because the way we did it when we started as associate, that was our day 1, and that was the day 1 of your Crystal program. So now it's taken them 3 weeks to have them see the light and realize how awesome this is and what a great business it is, their day 1 doesn't start until they flip their business 3 weeks later. So it gives people that chance to have a product experience and then decide for themselves if they want the business side. So when we were on the mastermind call on Monday, I had said to everybody, my concern with this is we tout that we're not the shake company. It's the synergy of everything that works together. I don't want to see us become the shake company. So I opened the question up to all the other executives. Is anybody changing anything differently with their presentation? And everybody said no. You know, the area this is going to help are people like our cancer and pregnancy patients where they can't use every product because it's not going to work with their situation. So they have to piecemeal things. It's great for them. I truly believe college kids can afford this because, in my opinion, if they can afford beer, they can afford Isagenix. But there's a lot of college kids who go, no, I can't afford this. It's too expensive. And they just want 1 or 2 canisters of shakes, or they just want e-shots. This is going to be great for that whole start group because then they can get customers who just want e-shots or shakes or whatever and not have to have a BV minimum. But I want to make sure that we all understand, we know the magic happens with these pillars. You know, we know what life is like without Ionix. We know you have to cleanse because we don't live in a bubble. So I really want to make sure that we as leaders keep that synergy together and we communicate that down throughout our teams, that we keep it together. The piece of verbiage that I was brilliant from Erica Fedoroff. Those of you who don't know Erica, she is really close to hitting millionaire. She'll be one of the next millionaires it'll be actually Lisa's first millionaire under her. Her quote she's going to use is at the end when she's talking to, like, you could do this when you sign them up and or in that next week or 2 when you're coaching them. Would you like to be paid referral bonuses in cash or coupons? And that phrase is going to be critical because what's going to happen is as a customer, just like we give referrals for movies and restaurants, they can still share Isagenix and not have to be a business builder. So if they've shared and referred Isagenix, but they're still a customer, they're going to get what's called PIR, Product Introductory Rewards. That's going to come in the form of coupons. Think of Kohl's, how you get coupons from Kohl's in the mail. So PIRs will be given every week at the end of the week. So if you enroll somebody as a customer on Tuesday and they share it with one friend on Wednesday, then they're going to get the customer reward coupon that following week. Do y'all follow me on that? Now, what you may not realize is as associates, our PIBs, the product introductory bonuses, the cash, we get paid out in PIBs 48 hours after we've enrolled. So a question that they posed on the mastermind call is, what if somebody gets it right away and they don't want any coupons, but they want the cash? So they said, so again, say this person enrolls on Tuesday. She shares it with 2 people on Thursday and Friday. Because that happened before the weekend on Sunday, they'll be able to get PIBs instead of PIRs. Do y'all follow me on that, or did I lose you? Talk to me. All right, am I losing you, or you're following me?
Following.
Yes? Is anybody lost? Okay. So it's kind of cool that there will be some flexibility, and I think it's just going to be, a little fuzzy as we start to learn how to use this system. I really hope they're going to talk about this a little bit at Super Saturdays. But with asking that question, hey, if you really love this and want to share this with your friends, know that you have the option to get paid in coupons or cash. Which do you want? That tells you if they want to be a business builder or not. So I don't want our presentations to change. Just know that and it's actually going to make it even easier to enroll because everybody comes in as a customer and then they themselves flip themselves to associate when they're ready. I watched one of the videos and what they do. Now, I still am going to fill out the paper enrollment forms because one of the things with this program is if they go on your website by themselves and sign up, they're automatically putting them on your strong leg. Well, Rhonda's a perfect example. She needs one more consultant on one side to promote to executive. So by filling out the paper enrollment forms, we can still personally place them whichever leg we want. But when you go, and in one of the tutorials, they show the screens coming up. They flip the way you do it this time. You actually pick your product first. You fill out the personal information, and remember, it's minus the birth date and social security number. They made it streamlined. It's a much cleaner, easier enrollment process. Now, here's the other thing that's going to help rank advancements that's going to be huge. So, Rhonda, I'm going to use you as an example. Think of people, okay, I have a perfect analogy. Think of somebody like Casey, which is Rhonda's adult son, or Adam, her other adult son, where they have some people under them, but they don't have a consistency to maybe have one person always having 100 BV every month under them. So think of our system right now. To be a consultant, you have to have one person on your left and one person on your right that has 100 BV each to be a consultant, right? With this new system, what they're going to do is instead of 100 per person, everybody on your one leg and everybody on your other leg, if they equal 100, will become a consultant. So Rhonda, I'm thinking this is going to pop you into consultant to executive really fast. So I'll say that again. Instead of having Casey just having to have BV, if Casey and 5 people under him each had 25 BV to equal 100 plus BV, that will keep, and then you had the same thing on the other side, that will keep the consultant status. Does that make sense, or did I lose you on that?
Yeah.
Okay, because I didn't understand that at first, and I was like, well, that means we should be popping consultants much faster when it's total BV of 100, and that's where there's no BV minimum requirement, because it's going to be total BV on either side. But again, if you're using the system, you're clearly going to be over 100 BV anyway. So it really is going to open the doors for those people who don't get the synergy of the system. And that may be, think back to some people who you may have enrolled and they've either terminated or they're inactive and not using the product as a whole. Now, corporate is sending out an email to associates that are inactive at this point. So they're doing that for us. That corporate, anybody who's inactive, corporate is sending out an email to let them know this new program. However, I don't think that takes the place of us as the coach of still talking to them and explaining it. So Saturday, I leave for Tennessee, and then I'm gone all next week. But that first week in April, I just said to Randy last night, I think we need to hold a webinar. My guess is it may be like Tuesday or Wednesday night, the 4th or the 5th, and open it up to the whole team, where by then, hopefully everybody has read all the documents, and we can have it as a Q&A forum. And that way it gives you guys a chance to talk to your people, let them know about the webinar. I will try and set the webinar date before I leave for Tennessee so that we all know it ahead of time. There was something else. Oh, another thing we learned about these. So say you have somebody who is earning coupons and they have 3 coupons. In the fine print, it says you can only redeem 1 coupon per transaction. So even if they've earned 3 coupons, they can't use all 3 to get a whole free shipment. They can only use 1 coupon per transaction. What else are the goodies I'm learning? Does anybody, so I'm going to ask you guys.
What are the coupons? Like, what are the value of the coupons?
Good question. So they're going to match the PIBs. So if they, again, which is good because it's still encouraging the synergy of the system, that if somebody enrolls on a 30-day, they'll get a coupon for $25. If they enroll on the Pacesetter, they'll get a coupon for $50. And if they enroll on the President's Pack, they'll get a coupon for $80. So it's matching the PIBs, but it's coupon form versus cash. And there are going to be double PIBs and double coupons available. So if they do 2 in 1 week, the numbers double from what I'm understanding, just like PIBs. And then they'll get those coupons in their back office to use, just like we do for like IsaBody and stuff. How many of you guys have actually kind of read some of the stuff or seen the videos of what's going on so far? Okay, so it's not just me, I'm glad. But literally, I feel like I'm playing catch up. That we've had round 2 of colds going through this house. I'm like, oh my gosh, we would be sicker than a dog if we didn't have superfood nutrition, because it's just been crazy. So really, that whole Isagenix customerfirst.com, that website has everything that we're going to need to know on there. that try and get this whole week to watch the videos, look at the PDFs. It will explain everything. And at first I was very nervous when this came out. I was like, oh, I don't know if I like this program. But now the more I'm hearing about it, I get it. I just think the biggest key is to keep the synergy going and not piecemeal it as much as possible. Questions you guys have, and I don't know if I'll have the answer, but go ahead and ask them if you have them. No? Okay. So, Jill, you're the only local one on yet. I don't know if Tanya posted this yet or not. Tanya invited me and Randy to go to this, and I asked her to post it on Shooting Stars or Ice Journey. I don't remember which. So, I don't know if you guys know these people, Patrick Lencioni, Jimmy Johnson, and Robin Benacasa. So Patrick Lencioni I've seen speak at the Leadership Summit at Willow last summer, and he's great. Robin Benacasa, Rhonda, you will remember her. She's the one that was the ultimate adventurer that spoke at the last Tastefully Leadership Conference we were at together, that I loved her. She's a female firefighter in an all-female firehouse in San Diego. She is a kick-ass, motivating, like kick you in the butt kind of girl. I thought it was live at first, but it's video cast, but it's free. And Willow Creek is hosting it on April 12th from like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning until, hold on, I have the itinerary. It is from 9 to 12:30. So I know Tanya, Kristen, Randy, and I are going for sure. So any of my local girls, if you want to go to this, it sounds super fun for free. If she does not post it, just send me a message and I can share the link.
She did.
Okay. Which site did she post it on?
I think Shooting Stars.
Okay. And Robin has a fantastic book. Somebody borrowed it. I think it's Shelley, that I haven't gotten the book back yet. My favorite quote of hers was, commitment begins when the fun ends. That I kept saying that as I did the triathlon. That was the year I saw her, is the year I did the triathlon, that I was like, okay, as I'm running and hating this, commitment begins when the fun ends. But she's great. So anything else? Does anybody have anything they want to share before we get off on the call? Okay. The other thing I am going to post later is that I watched another. Do any of you guys subscribe to Personal Power podcasts? So, you know, I am like the podcast junkie now, along with Randy. I used to listen to Eric Worre, but Eric Worre only does like 5-minute blurbs now. He doesn't do 30 to 60-minute podcasts anymore. Randy got me hooked on these. It's called Personal Power Podcasts, PPP, and it's black and green in colors. You can download them through like iTunes. You can watch them on your computer. But these are specifically geared with Isagenix people. And they're typically 30-minute podcasts. That there was a great one that I listened to today talking about what's your posture. And I loved one of the quotes. I'm going back and listening to it again to grab the quote to make a typorama picture. It was something about, if you're not stepping out of your comfort zone, then you're never giving permission for surprises to happen in your life, or something like that. It was a really cute quote that as we go on, like how we talked about, we're going to be doing 2 transformations a week on our pages. I would encourage you guys to at least listen to 1 podcast a week. You know, I try and listen to them at least 3 or 4 times a week, but once a week. You know, whether it's something from isapodcast.net, whether it's something from Eric Worre, this Personal Power podcast. But just listen to 1 podcast a week, because I also think that is what's going to change your mindset and your posture and, you know, enhance and improve the fantastic yous that you already are. And if you can't find the link, let me know. But I think if you search Personal Podcast, Power Podcast, you'll find it. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. So, gosh, we are literally like a couple weeks away from Super Saturday. And in case you guys don't know, tickets are sold out again, even with the venue change. So this, Randy, I don't know if you followed this, the spot in Burr Ridge was too small. So they moved it to Schaumburg, which we're so excited because that's even closer to us. And it's sold out again 2 days later. So we should have about 30 team members there from what I'm counting, maybe close to 50, depending on who else shows. once they do the first hour, that is the launch party for guests, I want to gather our team and do a team picture, because by then everybody should be in and seated. So we'll have to get the word out to everybody that it'll be picture time as soon as they take a break at that point. Sound good? All right. Well, I'm so excited I get to see you girls weekly now. So I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Actually, we're taking next Tuesday off for spring break. We will talk the next Tuesday, and I will post when we're going to do that Q&A webinar for Customer First. So just be sure and get rallied around everything that's happening before next Monday. All right? Okay. You guys have a great week or two, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.